that goes out, right? And that you give that portion that goes out to your respective sanctuaries, and you get involved there. And if you want to do a charity, we'll bring it up to your elders, and let your elders say, yo, I see this charity over here, and I want us to work with that, or I see something we can do over here. You know, like we got the brothers, you know, just be an example, share wisdom, they go down to Skid Row, anybody been out there in California, the brothers, and give the food as a body. You know what I mean? As a body, they do this thing. You bring it together and you go as a body. Okay, that's how we're supposed to do it. Not one man going off and doing his own thing, right? So we here, right here, I know the elders could attest to this. So right here, we seeing the Most High did not want them to what? Go set up somewhere else and be giving up their oblations to the Most High. When he had this beautiful tabernacle built, and then set up the priesthood, set up the Holy of Holies, but you want to go give your oblation somewhere else. We know the history of Jeroboam and Rehoboam, right? We know that this is not what the Most High wants. Right. When he designate a place for this thing to go to, that's where it needs to go. Okay, we have to learn to be in order and control of what we're doing, right? So let's go back now in the scriptures.
Leviticus 22, verse 26.
Come on.
And the Most High spake unto Masharah, saying, when a bullock or a sheep or a goat is brought forth, then it shall...
Okay, go ahead, 27. Go ahead.
When a bullock or a sheep or a goat is brought forth, then it shall be 7 days under the dam. And from the 8th day and then forth it shall be accepted for an offering made by fire unto Yah.
Right, so they bring that sheep, that bullock, it says 7 days there for observation. And then on the 8th day it is ready to be offered up. Read on.
And whether it be cow or ewe, ye shall not kill it, and her young both in 1 day.
Right.
And when ye will offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving unto Yah, offer it at your own will. On the same day it shall be eaten up. Ye shall leave none of it until the morrow. I am Yahweh thy power.
Right, so you don't want to eat, if someone were to bring a calf and the cow, and the child of the cow, the calf, don't kill them both on the same day. That's what he's saying. You kill one today, and the next day you save for the next one. All right, everybody understand that? All right, read on.
31. Therefore shall ye keep my commandments and do them, I am Yahweh thy power. Neither shall ye profane my holy name, but I will be hallowed among the children of Israel. I am Yahweh which hallow you.
Come on.
That brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your power. I am Yahweh.
Hallelujah. Chapter 23.
And Yahweh spake unto Masharah, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of Yah, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
That's what? Gatherings, right? Holy convocations, man. These where we come together. Read on.
Even these are my feet.
Even these are my feet. So as he goes into the next verses, he's going to say these are the times where we need to come together as a nation. Read.
6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. In holy convocation ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of Yahweh in all your dwellings.
So the first of all was the Sabbath day. 6 days shall your work be done, but the 7th, right, is the rest. That means what? We're supposed to what? Come together, All right, so we don't want to hear, well, I'm just going to keep the Sabbath at my house. Because, brother, I ain't going to make it down there. I'm just going to rest up. And just keep the Sabbath. Are you doing your own thing? That's your own thing. According to the Lord, the Most High said these is a holy convocation, That's a gathering, if I'm correct, So then we're supposed to come together, So then why are we wanting to keep our Sabbath by ourselves? See, that's how tricky Satan could be. To have you believe that, you know what, I'm moving in righteousness, I'm not buying and selling. But I'm just going to keep it over here by myself. When I know the brothers is down there at the sanctuary. Right? That's that high-mindedness that the Most High creep in on your spirit. So no, I'm supposed to be with the brothers. Right. That's where I'm supposed to be. Right? Otherwise, I'm doing my own pleasure. Right? Give me Isaiah. 38. 58, 13. Sorry.
Like right now, the Most High allowed us, this modern technology where we have live streaming, or You know, back in the day, if we wanted to work, we had to travel. I mean, I lived in Brooklyn, I had to go all the way to Harlem. We had people coming from Long Island, from Queens, from the Bronx. Okay, sometimes, you know, brothers, we wouldn't get home till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But that's what we were hungry. I mean, Shalmar, I was fortunate to have a car. A lot of us didn't have cars back then. He had a car. He fill up his car, fill up my car. We bring people to the school. Right. But now people sit in their house, eating their potato chips, on the live stream, on the conference call. You got the YouTube prophets. Okay, because back in the, you know, we had classes set up where you had to come in under teachers, learn certain scriptures, learn certain breakdown, learn the order of service, how to run a Sabbath service. Now a cat go on YouTube, watch 2 videos, now he's a prophet. That's why you see a lot of cats out there getting in fights, you know, using all type of language, you know, stuff that is not the wholesome thing of the Most High. So we got to get back in that order. We're going to go into the summit. We're putting back together the royal priesthood. Okay, that men are trained in the right way, going out there being ambassadors of the kingdom of heaven. God. That when the people see you, they see the kingdom to come. Right. Because why? The kingdom is within you. God. You got to identify the kingdom within you first before you can even talk about manifesting a physical kingdom. Okay, when the person see you, they see the powers of heaven, they see the holy angels, they see the Most High, Masharah. Years ago, when I used to teach on 86th Street, a young Jewish guy I was teaching came down. He's like, "Sir, can I speak to you a minute?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" I went over to the side. He said, "Listen, I've been to Torah school." He said, "I know Moses is not a white man." He said, "Well, I know." He said, "Moses looks like you." This was a young Jewish guy reads the Torah. So that's why the scriptures say that these nations, and then they're gonna say what? Surely we have inherited lives. They're gonna pull onto our garment and say, "Listen, we want to serve. We know the Most High with you. We want to serve your power." You know what I'm saying? So it's coming down to that, Elijah, because why? We got this election coming up. For Donald Trump to be a front runner, says it all that what? That he is the mouthpiece for these white people that want to say, but they don't have the money like Donald Trump. Okay, he came to Florida, he got like what? Close to 80% of the votes. He beat the guy that lived in Florida. That was his, after that guy lost in Florida, he's like, I give up. How do you lose in your own home state? Well, you gotta realize Donald Trump does a lot of business in Florida. So it's all about the money. You understand? So now, we got to put our hope in the Most High because none of these politicians have our best interest at hand. The only one that has our best interest at hand is the Most High. That's right. You understand? But we got to bethink ourselves in a place where we are in captivity that what? That we got to admit to the Most High that we sinned against the Most High and come back to His law, statute, commandments, and that He has mercy upon us. And take us out because, listen, the intention, the plans that this white man has for our people is not nice. They got the concentration camps. They got all the FEMA camps. They got even the food that we eat. Why do you think it's barcoded, your food? Because they know which food to put in what location. The injection that they give our children. Okay, the immunization. How do you inject somebody with the exact disease?
And call it a cure.
And call it a cure. Now they take the herb that the Most High created and they make a pill. Then they say, well, take this pill. It could cause thoughts of suicide. All these different side effects. Why would I want to take a medicine that now next I want to kill myself? I only have diarrhea, but I'm taking some of the diarrhea, but I may want to commit suicide afterwards. So the scriptures say, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who and where is he? If the white man is not the wicked, who is the wicked? Every evil imagination this man has come up with. You think about it, he's thought about it. This last thing with this cross-gender, if I think I'm a woman, I can go into a woman's bathroom. If I think I'm a man, this is madness. You understand? But this is also too they also passed a law now that the women now have to register for the draft. You know, back in the day when you want to go to college, you gotta register, select the service. Now the women gotta do it. So what's this doing? This is gonna bring the woman back to her man. You know, the women out, you're not my daddy, you can't tell me what to do. So now it's gonna force them to be what? To come back, that they gotta come back under our covering. Because you see a lot of these women in these jobs, police officers, in the military, okay? But now they gotta get back in there correct. We went through the order earlier. We got the Masharah, the man and the woman. That's why the earth is in topsy-turvy, because why? Because everything is out of order.
That's right.
So everything got to get back in order for things to proceed in the right way it should be, the way it should be. Okay, it's got to get back in order.
Good. Isaiah 58, verse 13. So we're touching on the importance of the Shabbat day and how it is to be observed. Now we know the laws concerning the Shabbat, but you know, in the spirit, what spirit you supposed to have with the Shabbat? How your mind supposed to be? How your mind get ready for the Shabbat?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you can barely see it says, okay, you can't buy and sell. All right, don't buy and sell. It said we can't what? Kindle fire. All right, I'm not gonna cook nothing. But when is your mind right on the Shabbat though? That's what we got to look at. Now we go to the spiritual law of the Shabbat. All right, so let's get that. Give me
Isaiah 58 and 13.
Okay.
And thou turn away thy foot from the Shabbat, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day.
Let's stop right there. So it says you're going to turn away thy foot. What does your foot represent?
Where you going? Your path.
Your ways. Your ways. What you want to do. He said, thou turn away thy foot. You turn away from doing your own thing on the Shabbat. And call the Shabbat a what? A delight. I mean, you can't wait to turn away from your own ways. It's a beautiful thing. You can't wait for the Shabbat. All right? Not like, oh man, Shabbat coming in, I got to hurry up and do what I need to do. And get my stuff. The Shabbat stopped me.